Hi, I'm Alice.
I'm Francesca.
Welcome to Grab a Coffee podcast.
How do you feel today? Do you feel like happy or sad or?
Yeah, I feel really good actually.
Oh, good.
Do you feel happy?
Yeah, I'm all right because I think you told me it's meant to be Blue Monday today.
Mm.
I think you mentioned it last week. I can't remember. So because it's been on my mind, I've been extra thinking about it instead of not noticing.
Yeah, I saw it on social media, and then I forgot. Mentioned it to you, forgot, and then this morning I was just, just like in such a good mood. I was just
Good.
been floating around, enjoying checking in on the clients and stuff. And everyone's doing so well, so I just feel so energized from all of their good energy.
It's catching.
Yeah, and then I obviously had a little scroll on Instagram, and then saw this Blue Monday stuff, and I was like, "Don't tell me how to feel."
Yeah, I'm meant to be sad and moody today.
Yeah.
I'm meant to feel really glum.
Yeah.
I think January can just feel like that, can't it? I mean, everyone's probably got a point in January where they feel a bit glum because the weather's never going to be good. It's always going to be winter. You've probably got no money.
Yeah, most people are skiing, and you get paid early in December.
If people have had a payday, not like us when it's whenever.
Yeah.
People have a payday. It might not be to the end of January, and it's a long old month, isn't it?
Yeah, everyone gets paid the 22nd or a bit before Christmas. So you get their December pay, and then they've got to wait till the 31st of January. And then you're on a big downer from Christmas. But I've not really felt that this year. And normally I hate January.
Yeah, I do.
Actually, last year we were away for the first 2 weeks in January, which was amazing. But then when I got back, the January blues were even worse because I'd been in a hot country for 2 weeks.
Okay. And you came back to winter.
And it was it hit me even harder than if we'd not been. Because you think I'll go away and it'll help, but
yeah, because I'm thinking of doing that because we've got 2 January birthdays in our household, and even though the one on the 7th will probably be when they're in school, we're going to try and do a trip one year, not for Christmas, but maybe just after, and try and get
a New Year
5 days or a week somewhere nice and hot, so that the 2 January birthdays in our house can experience a warm birthday.
That is really nice, but it hit me so much harder last year, and this year. So normally I'm that kind of person who's I hate winter. I mean, I do hate winter. I hate winter. I do, but I've not been moaning about it as much. And in January, I normally really struggle mentally through January. I'm just kind of waiting for summer now. Yeah. But I don't know if it's because I'm enjoying work so much at the moment.
Yeah, good.
And I've obviously Elodie's now she's 3. I feel I'm starting to feel more like myself.
Okay. Yeah.
I am not returning back to pre-baby Alice, but I recognise myself more.
Yeah.
And I'm just feeling so much more what's the word? I guess just content and not as frazzled and just I feel like I've got my shit together basically.
Yeah.
Whereas in previous years I probably haven't had my shit together.
Do you mean for a January, or has this been something that's been a longer period for you and you just sort of now you're thinking about it, you've realised that's what's happening?
Yeah, I think over a longer period, but it feels like
it's made this
I've
January
noticed
better.
it more because it's January normally. Good. And I know that normally, and even before I had Elodie, I'm so miserable in January, but I do think that obviously with the group program and we started on the 6th, and all the women are just so happy and motivated and just buzzing. That's rubbing off onto me, and I can't be mopey because what is it to mope about?
It's the same when people are upset or down.
Yeah,
you can catch that as well. And
I think it's infectious.
Those women, but so from the 6th, they're probably starting to feel a difference in their sleep. They've managed to create the habits by now. So with tracking or fitting in the exercise, they've sort of ironed out little habit things and starting to really feel like they're getting into it now. So their buzz and enthusiasm.
It is infectious. One of the messages this morning, it was so it's been 3 weeks, and she was like, my trousers fit so they're loose and they buttoned up at the beginning of the month, but they were tight and now they're comfortable.
Wow.
And she was really shocked, and I was I'm not shocked. It's amazing. I'm not shocked because I know that I am great at my job.
Because you've done this, you've put the work in.
She's literally started a new job last week. So she's got 2 kids under the age of 3, I think. I don't know if the eldest might just be
just
they're around there's a 2-year age gap.
Okay.
The youngest is 6 months old, still breastfeeding.
Oh,
like she,
wow.
yeah. You know when you just think like, what a woman.
Yeah.
But like all my clients are like that. Everyone I think about, I'm like, oh, what a woman, what a woman.
Yeah.
I think they've probably not noticed that today's apparently Blue Monday until you go on social media, start doom scrolling, and are told, oh, you should feel sad today. But I found out as well, little fun fact, that Blue Monday was created as a marketing ploy by a holiday company or travel agent or something, so that people feel crap basically and want to book a holiday.
Sneaky bastard.
I know. Oh my god! I just did a good joke. I just spat my coffee out. All I could think was, no, not my new microphone. I just nearly spurted it right into the mic. Oh god, that was. God, I'm sweating now.
I just hate. Honestly,
no, but it is.
I don't
sneaky
swear
bastards.
often, but when I do, it's. But I
that
hate
was deserved.
being tricked. Like,
well, it's like,
and
it's
I know
like
all marketing is.
All
I know it is.
Yeah.
I word my posts to get your attention
we both do.
and book on my course. Obviously,
yeah.
But I'm not tricking you.
You're not like making.
You're not going to go, oh no, I didn't realise it was £50. I've just paid you for a course.
Or like say that if you don't do baby massage, then X, Y, and Z will. You're not
You're
like
going to be depressed.
Market.
Yeah, it's horrible.
That's awful.
No, I hate being tricked, and I hate that. And the holiday adverts start. I mean, they might have started before, but I seem to notice them from Boxing Day.
Yeah, like sales,
at least the day
massive
after.
holiday. I keep getting notifications from Jet2, like emails, like every other day with like money off this, money off that. Which I didn't want to book. But I don't think we're doing a package this year. I think we're gonna go. Liam's parents have got an apartment in Spain, so my in-laws.
Yeah.
So I think we're gonna do 2 weeks. We've not been for a few years.
Oh right. Oh, so has Elodie not been?
She only been once actually. She's quite sad. When she was about 10 months old, because we got married in that area.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah. So all our friends and family came.
Oh, that's so
to
nice.
the area.
Oh.
Yeah, it was so fun. So we were there for just over 2 weeks.
So had you had Elodie before you got married?
Yeah, so she was like 10 months old.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Oh,
I say perfect. Like she.
Well, it might have been
actually. That was the day that she decided not to nap, and we weren't getting married until like 6:30 in the evening because it was like over sunset and it's hot.
Beautiful.
It was 1st September,
right?
So it was hot.
Yeah. South of Spain.
Yeah, like southeast. La
so
Manga.
hot. Right. Okay, but anywhere further down than that is going to be always hot, isn't it?
it was nice. The weather does start to turn in September, but it was still really good.
It's still nicer than here.
Yeah, it was still. I would say that day it was probably like low 30s. It was warm.
Oh wow!
But I'd had my dress made.
Oh, beautiful.
So it was like light and airy, and like my entire back was out. So I was like, just get me naked. Can I get married in a bikini? Is that appropriate? I mean, it probably would have been quite on brand for me. I don't think anyone would have cared. My grandma would have been like, "You go, girl."
All the guests turn up in bikinis.
My grandma literally used to always like buy me the shortest skirts, and she'd be like, "If I had legs like yours, I mean, you can wear skirts in any legs, with any legs." But she always just used to say to me, "Oh, I just always wear the smallest skirt possible."
Brilliant.
So yeah, she probably wouldn't have cared if I was in a bikini. But that was the last time we went to the apartment. So would you
definitely need to go back?
Yeah, would you? Because
So would you just need flights then?
Yeah, flights and possibly car hire, but sometimes we get a taxi. Yeah, but because there's like beach and stuff
it's in an accessible area, so you can get to your shops.
And there's a bus, so we just jump on the bus.
Brilliant.
Yeah, it's like €1 on the bus. I love foreign buses.
Oh, me too. The buses in Spain, they didn't smell of wee for a start.
They've got aircon.
Yeah. On the door at the front by the driver to pay, off the ones in the middle, so you're not like, like let me off then on all that jazz, and it's all really complicated.
That's like in London though. It's just better planned, isn't it?
Oh right, okay. It's better. Yeah, it's probably better where it's cities, but this was just like town where we were in Spain, and we were just. It was this one that went whole way along the coast, and we just sort of hopped on and off.
Oh, it's so nice.
It's so good.
A coastal bus journey is just
and it's
so
like
nice.
€1 something each. However, there is 5 of us, so that was every time.
It adds
added up, but it was reasonable compared to here.
Yeah, because here...
And it never didn't turn up.
To get a bus into Leeds, I
don't know. I'd avoid that. I'll get the train.
It was £2 for a single because they put a cap on it, but I don't know if the cap's been lifted.
Oh, brilliant.
I tried to get the bus on Saturday, actually, just into Morley, and it must have been quite early because I was a few minutes early at the bus stop and it hadn't gone past me on my way to the bus stop. And it didn't come, so I had to get an Uber from the bus stop. And I was like, oh my God, I just want to look after the planet. I'm trying to be a good person, trying to save like £4. Because why not? Like, it's such a short bus journey anyway.
Yeah.
I just thought, it's convenient. The bus stop's right next to our house. Oh my God, it's just so annoying. And on a Saturday, they're every hour.
Hour? I thought buses were every 10 minutes.
Not on this road.
Oh.
But we're not like...
You'd have to walk all the way up. By the time you've walked up there, you may as well just walk into town.
Yeah, I had heels on. But what's it? We're not in the middle of nowhere. We're not like in a village.
Yeah.
It's weird, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's really annoying. But anyway, that's the...
We didn't mean to talk about public transport today, but it is very good in Europe.
Good, like when you're in Europe or London and you can just hop on a bus or you have to wait anywhere. 5 minutes.
Anywhere at any time. We were in Paris 2023. That was our sneaky extra holiday. I'll tell you about that. We got into Paris. We knew that we were staying near Paris and was like, one of the days we have to do Paris. We'll regret it if we don't. My eldest Daisy had been taken to London for a birthday by my parents. So I was like, my gosh, you're going to do the 2 cities in the 1 year, in one school holiday. This is so exciting. Isn't this lovely? I've been to Paris on a school trip, went up the Eiffel Tower, all that jazz. Lovely. I knew it was going to be hard work. But it's safe to say we're not doing it again until the children are over 30. Have you ever?
Do they all have to be over 30, or just the
In fact, I mean, they don't need to come. No.
Yeah.
So we got our train in, and then once we were there, I feel a little bit nervous sometimes in France because a couple of places that we'd been at that time that we'd been to, despite trying to use little phrases and use.
Paris is rude. Sorry.
Well, I've stayed in Brittany and Normandy and been miserable. I couldn't wait to come home. Nobody was kind.
Really?
Nobody made an effort in restaurants. Yes, I know that I don't speak French, but I tried my best.
Right? And I think if you try,
it's respectful.
Better than like the other 80% of Brits. No offense if you're listening, you don't try to speak languages.
Well,
you
no.
should.
Or you just shout beer a bit louder. Yeah, absolutely.
I have a language degree as well, so like I feel so like passionate about people trying.
Me too, and like doing it with the kids, and like we were doing. Oh my gosh!
Yeah.
So we made an effort. Brittany and Normandy, 2 separate sort of like camping type holidays, and we were miserable. And I'm not. Obviously, other people will have been to those places and had a great time. Great, fab.
We used to go camping in Brittany.
Didn't go to our camp place, obviously, and. So I was nervous. So I knew that we weren't going to know our way around. And I said, look, we're just going to have to walk to these places because we can't ask anyone. We can't. I just feel so isolated. So anyway, we start walking and then everyone's going to think I'm so stupid.
Is this Paris? Are we in Paris
We're
now?
in Paris. Okay. We've got Paris East.
About Normandy or Brittany.
Oh no, they were just why I was feeling nervous and not wanting to try it.
Yeah.
And we got. I realised after walking for about half an hour.
Well, Paris is quite big.
Yeah. We could have circled Leeds City Centre in this time. But if you go on your maps on your phone, and you can choose if you drive, walk, and there's also a picture of a train and a picture of something else. If I realise, if I tapped that, which I then did, I remember standing there and I said to my husband, I'm so sorry.
This is a revelation to you.
That's how old I am. I said, I'm so sorry. I've just realised if I press this, it tells us which metro line we want, what colour it is.
When was this?
2023.
So, 18
months ago?
I
haven't needed it before. Why would I need that? So anyway, that was easy. That was good.
On Google Maps.
Why would I need to, though? If I'm going to Leeds, I know where I'm going.
Yeah,
that was my teenage train station.
Yeah.
So we were able to do the metro. Basically, that was the whole point of the story, is showing everyone how pathetic and old I am on tech.
There's a better app called City Mapper.
Oh, fine. I'll use that next time. Yeah. But there won't be a next time.
You're not going back to Paris. Well, there will, but you have children with you.
On the way home, Tristan got tired, didn't he? So he will have been 4.
Oh,
would he?
Wait.
Oh, no, he turned 5 that holiday.
Oh,
and I piggybacked him.
Oh.
we got one of the metros back to the train station that we needed, and the other one was so full, I said I want to walk.
Oh, no.
For 25 minutes. I
With him on your
piggybacked
back?
him with a dress on, a full dress on, in the rain.
What season was this? What month was
August. But it rained just for 10 minutes while I was doing that. I walked over one of those grates because I was like sights on train station, and it blew the whole dress up over my head. It was like a really long dress. So there was enough material to cover me. I love how much you're enjoying this.
Oh my God.
And I just remember thinking, I'm focused. He's heavy.
Did he try and pull your dress down for it?
No!
Was he just laughing?
He batted an eyelid. A delivery man probably got an eyeful of my massive grey
Did you have big pants on?
At least
you have big ones on.
Well, this is why I wear huge pants under dresses, because that's kind of thing can happen. I'm not a stranger to flashing accidentally.
Oh no. Oh no.
But I just ignored it. It's like it didn't happen. I just carried on walking. We got to train station. Minnie had started crying because she was exhausted.
Were you able to push it back down there? Because obviously you're holding Tristan.
Oh yeah, it sort of came down on its own, and I was just like, right, come on, this way.
Oh my God. Did you want to die? Did you want to fall into the grate? Did you just want the grate to open up and just take you?
It was probably the metro that I didn't get on because it was so full going underneath, blowing it all up.
It was. Oh
so yeah, I flashed Paris.
I flashed in Paris as well,
actually. Oh, brilliant.
Did you hear my Paris
story? Yeah, I'd love to. Oh, we need to do a whole flashy podcast.
This is going to make you feel better. I can't even.
You ever told this story before?
I have, yeah.
Took a drink then and I shouldn't have.
Right. So it was, I'll set the scene. Final year of uni, I think.
Oh, okay.
My best friend from uni, we got Megabus to Paris for £12 return.
Oh.
Yeah, night Megabus.
That's
I think
amazing.
we paid for it. I can't remember how long we stayed for, whether it was 1 night or 2 nights. She'll remember. She'll be shouting at me for not remembering.
Leave a comment. Put a comment on. Tell
Philly,
us.
if you're listening. You should be listening.
If
you're not listening, then we're not friends. Joking. I'm not going to edit that bit out. Anyway, so we're we're in Paris and we're having a great time and just having a wonderful time in Paris.
Finished uni.
Well, it was 20. Yeah, we were still doing final year, so might have been the end. No, it was summer. I don't know when it was. Anyway, somewhere around then. Yeah, it was lovely. It was
in a really good
I think it was like July time. It was hot. Yeah, it was good.
Very hot.
I mean, it was a lovely fun time. And I did the toilet and I was like, oh, look, public toilets on the street. That's great. That's great. How convenient. Don't have this in like London or any of our cities. Like you have to go to M&S, don't you? Or McDonald's. Went to the public toilet. It was a big one because it's like accessible for.
And in France, anyone goes in any toilet.
Which was fine.
You're next to a man. No, it's fine.
But it was like a singular toilet, like one big, like you know, like on a train where it's like one big singular toilet
with its sink and everything. Okay.
Yeah, and it was big enough for like a wheelchair user or buggy or whatever.
Yeah.
So I go in. And it was all electronic door, so I'm like, clicked it, locked it, whatever, sat down.
I know what's coming.
Midway. I can remember it so vividly. I had a view of the Arc de Triomphe.
From the toilet.
Midway through my wee, the door just starts opening by itself. I can see your face. And I can't do anything because I'm sitting mid-wee. So I'm just sitting, staring out onto the street of Paris with my friend.
People walking by.
People were waiting to use the toilet. So there's a literal
queuing there, standing there.
A literal audience in front of me. The Arc de Triomphe in the background.
I'd definitely rather just get my knickers out on those.
Yeah. Yours was over a lot faster.
Yes! and probably hardly anyone saw.
So I'm just sitting. My friend's just like cackling. Honestly, she doesn't like help.
Press that button!
Yeah, and I can't go up to press the button because I've got my knickers around my ankles in a summer dress. And as we've established, I like to wear short dresses.
Can you imagine if it was a jumpsuit? The whole thing was...
Oh, no! I'm placed to. Oh my god!
So funny.
I'm just naked.
Too hot for a bra. Jumpsuit round your ankles.
I don't even need to wear a bra anyway. I've got no boobs. Although, to be fair, in my early 20s, I didn't have that confidence to do that, so I probably would have had a bra on. But oh my god, yeah. So we both flashed in Paris. Paris.
Oh god,
gay Paris.
It was lovely, actually. Yeah. It was really lovely. There was a lovely park near the Eiffel Tower, and we had a nice little play. It was good fun, and I've done it now. My friend went in the same year, and she went to the McDonald's where they'd filmed Emily in Paris. It's got a big flower wall saying it was filmed here. That's the only reason why they went to the McDonald's.
What bit was filmed? What bit was filmed there?
I've no idea. I can't remember. I've started to rewatch it, but I've got other stuff to watch that I need to get through.
Was it at McDonald's when they filmed it, or were they using?
I don't know. I'm not sure. I'll check. But there was a big flower wall in this McDonald's from where they filmed it. I remember walking down a bit near the Eiffel Tower and going, "Oh, I remember this bit. This is where talking about it." But, that was quite good. But we've done Paris now. We don't need to do that again.
Not with 3 children.
It was an extra holiday. We were really lucky in 2023. We went to Spain. That was like our kind of saved for big package holiday flights. First time the kids had flown, actually, was that one in 2023.
Because I remember the first time that I flew. It was so exciting.
Oh, how old were you?
11.
Oh, right.
So we used to go with camping holidays.
Yeah.
Either Cornwall or north of France.
Yeah, Brittany and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's some really fab places, but they're not very friendly.
I don't remember that as a child, but yeah. I do find, in general, if you don't speak French, people are not very tolerant, whereas in Spain, if you don't speak Spanish or you're still trying, they're a lot more accommodating.
Just switch to English. Well, what makes me cross is chatting to my Polish neighbours when they've driven to go visit family in Poland and gone through France, and obviously they can't speak French. Mainly the French people can't speak Polish, but they quite happily switch to English for them.
Yeah, because they're not English.
Yeah. So that's when I think, actually, no, that's not fair when we're making an effort. Yeah. But you'll speak English quite easily to my Polish neighbours.
Interesting.
Yeah, but that's not everyone. No. Not everyone at all.
It's a very small sample size.
It is a very small sample because it was only the 2 places that we'd been in the north of France. So we wanted to try a different place. We thought we're going to try a different place in France. We want to give it another go because it's so much cheaper to sail. Even with the petrol, even if you have an Airbnb, so much better. Because there's 5 of us.
Yeah. We always used to drive. We used to drive to South France.
Oh my gosh. Well, I can imagine what's that like now because we went to Saint-Hilaire-de-Ries. I don't know if they pronounce the Z on the end of the word or not. Ries.
Okay.
So so you can picture France, and we're sort of in the bit where it's next to the Atlantic Ocean, so in the middle. Yeah. Can you imagine where Bordeaux is? Go up 3 hours. Yeah. Go up 3 hours.
Yeah. No, I do. No, that's on the route that because we used to go when we stopped doing camping trips around, for our main holiday, when I was probably 13, 14, we started renting a house.
Right.
In Lacanau, which is just to the coast west from Bordeaux. So we would have... When you start saying the name of that place, I recognise it.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah, that's the route we would take down.
So, because it's right over that side, we'd normally do Dover-Calais.
Yeah.
You can get it quite cheap, 2 hours.
Did you go down to...
So I wanted to... I had a look at we've been to St Malo before, but I sort of had a little play with the ferries. Yeah. Which one could I get where? And you're going to be an overnighter so that we could sleep then. I thought that works out quite well.
But yeah, they have to pay for a night of accommodation as well.
It's going to be about 3.5 to 4 hours to our holiday place from...
I can't remember
the port up there. Roscoff we chose in the end.
Roscoff, that's it, yeah.
Yeah, so... St Malo, I couldn't get any dates.
It's such a funny conversation.
feel like a travel agent.
French geography. If anyone wants to go camping on the west coast of France, we're both experts, apparently.
Yeah, I measure anything on where Bordeaux is. 3 hours up from there.
Yeah, we will go like 50 minutes west from Bordeaux. That's where I know
exactly
it is.
Where that
is. As the crow flies. Yeah.
Yeah. So, because I left it a little bit later. Booked the camping thing. I thought I'm going to try this new area of France. It looks great. We went to it was a Eurocamp.
Nice.
And we hadn't done an actual Eurocamp before. We'd used other companies, and I left it a bit for the ferry, and I thought, you're an idiot. So I went on, had a look. I managed to get. I wanted Portsmouth, St Malo, ideally, but I couldn't get that. I couldn't get the right return day or whatever. So I sat there on my phone for ages, thinking, oh, for goodness sake, why have you left this? I'm not going to do this ever again.
This is such a lesson, though. Like, every time you put something like that off, it just bites you in the arse.
Oh, it bit us.
Yeah.
So we managed to get Plymouth to Roscoff.
Okay, not too bad.
8 hours overnight, got our cabins, family 5. We have to have 2, but then I thought, we can have a girls' cabin and a boys' cabin.
Oh, yeah,
that's
easy.
Fun. So then I said, why don't we, because the ferry wasn't going to be till 10 o'clock at night. Sorry, I said ferry 10 o'clock at night. Why don't we have the day in Plymouth? Like start the holiday from when we set off.
Yeah, perfect.
I do not, if I'm doing a long journey like that, I do not want to sit on the motorway all day. I said, why don't, because when we went to Cornwall, we left at 3:15 in the morning. We were at my friends in Devon for 8.
For breakfast, yeah, that's what we always do. Oh my God.
Good fun, isn't it?
Yeah, my mum and dad used to just get us on like, I don't even know if my dad like went to bed. He was always so giddy to go to Cornwall, and he would literally bundle us into the car in our pajamas, and we just wake up with like the croissant shoved in our face. Yes,
we're here. So we said, yeah, let's do it. So we drove down to Plymouth, left home at 4:15. Really good time. The kids sort of went back to sleep, and then when we got there, obviously we had all day. It was a long day. But we found a really nice cafe, and throughout the day we had ice cream, gorgeous coffee later. We found this a couple of different touristy things, had a walk, and it was getting on a bit. I'd packed food for various picnics, so I had a lunch and a tea. God. You know what I mean? I'd really
the thought of this, like the mental load, it's like making my head heavy.
But we knew in a couple of hours' time, we would be getting onto the ship, which is really exciting, driving on.
It's a nice way to start your holiday doing that.
It is, it's fun. And then because it was going to set sail at 10 o'clock, I thought we'd have a little walk around the ship with the kids.
I think it's funny how they say set sail as if they've like got an actual sail.
Yes, that's true.
They say, don't they? Sailing.
The wind's up now, we're going to set off.
We're not sailing. Are we sailing? Does it count as sailing if you don't have a sail? I'd dispute that.
Oh.
Because I just find it funny that it always says sail for ferries, but you're not sailing.
Does. And they say set sail. Yeah, I'm using all the right lingo.
Have you got a frog in your throat?
I've also lost my voice, so I'm just going to have a bit of water. So,
so you set sail without sail. You set off.
So ferry was at 10 o'clock at night, 2200. So we said, let's get there for about 8.
Yeah.
You're allowed to arrive in that time frame. I mean, ferries are great. You can just rock up 40 minutes before, can't you?
Yeah.
But we thought, no, we can do that. So we'll aim for 8 o'clock.
And like once you're on as well, then you can just start enjoying the facilities. Whereas when you're
have a look
outside
on
a train, you just sit. Yeah.
So we killed the last hour in Starbucks because our parking had run out from our touristy things that we'd done. So we had a coffee, obviously, and.
What else are you going to do?
Kids had a weird thing, magic thing on hot chocolate, and Daisy had some sort of caramel thing. And I remember it so clearly. God, I'm getting anxiety recall. So
I can't even, I don't know where this story's going. I'm like...
You're going to love it.
Honestly.
So imagine now it's coming up 8 o'clock at night, and we're like, right, we left Starbucks and we drove to the port, which is really exciting. So it's like, ooh, it's so exciting.
I've just got a really bad feeling.
And it's only a small one at Plymouth. I don't know if anyone's sailed from from Plymouth. It's quite a small one. So what happens is there's lots and lots of lanes, and you drive up to a little window, like a drive-through. And
same as
there's usually a few of them.
Same, isn't it?
Yeah, of course. There's usually a few of them. You show your passport, you get your ticket at each one, whatever. So we drove.
I always find security so chill at ports. I find it funny.
Oh, they're fab, aren't they?
Yeah.
The way home's quite a funny story as well.
Cheery.
So
we used to take Build the Bear with their passports.
Well, these guys were so quiet because there was no one there. Not a sausage.
Francesca, what
Every
happened?
single passport window, not a person. Shut. Done.
Like, what's happening?
We even drove through. There was one gate separating us from the water's edge. We were like, oh, we're early, but not like silly early, because if you've got a caravan or special requirements, you have to arrive that early. Normally the ship is at least in and waiting.
God. Oh no.
Oh gosh, I can feel it coming up my chest.
So please tell me you were like early, not late for this ship.
So earlier in the day, we'd seen a ship come and go.
No.
Right?
10 a.m.
You haven't guessed it.
Oh,
you
God.
haven't guessed. Now there's a building. There's a building for foot passengers, for anything else that might need to happen, and there's a desk. And there's always a desk, isn't there, with a human? Right. Let's go up there. So there's a little like very short stay, because normally people don't park there. They're going across to another country, aren't they? So popped the van in this car park. Everybody got out and we walked into this building. Now imagine a big building.
I'm stressed.
With the building's got enough space to house a ferry worth of people. So there's seats, rows of seats. There's like a window where you would expect a person to be able to go and ask for help, but the shutters were down. The lights were on, but nobody was home.
Nobody was home.
And Minnie just went, this is creepy, I want to leave. And I was like, so do I. You know, we can see a corridor and it's just long and empty.
God, what happened?
So we hop, skipped and I jumped back out to the van, and I got on my phone and I'm having a look at 21st of August 2200. 21st of August 2200. Right, let's see if there's a link, or I'm going through everything. I'm going through my information. Now, because it's now 8:30 at night, there is no one to ring. You only ring people in office hours.
Oh my God.
And I'm sitting there and I'm like, what? And then this man comes out. He had a border control lanyard. So I thought, okay, he's probably not going to be able to help, but at least he's a member of staff from somewhere. He's official. And he said, oh, I'm sorry, there's definitely no ferries today. He said there was one earlier and it came from Roscoff and went to Santander.
Oh, right.
And I was like, no, really, I'm starting to, get like this feeling.
God. I bet you were sweating.
So I got my thing out on my phone and I was like, honestly, it's definitely, we are in Plymouth, aren't we? And he looked at my phone and he said,
God. You booked from Portsmouth?
2025.
What? This year? So you going again?
I booked the ferry for 2025. So we had a holiday.
You know what I said?
Starting.
You know what I said? I hope you were early, not late.
We were very.
I wasn't envisaging a full fucking year. I thought it was maybe like a day, 24 hours. 12 hours.
I wish. So cast your mind back to when we left home in Leeds at 4:20 a.m.
So what did you do?
So we'd been up since then. We spent the whole day in Plymouth. Now picture Plymouth,
so
everyone.
Basically gone to Plymouth for a day trip.
Fucking hell. So have a look on your maps if you need to, where Plymouth is, right?
God.
And it's 8:30 at night and we needed to get out of that little car park that we're in. So we drove to a petrol station that had a car park.
Did you cry?
Oh, I was standing on the outside
of the
van.
Doing? Were they like?
I had my hand on the seat and I was standing outside the van with the door open and I was like, Mark said to me, come on, sit down, get in the van. And I just said, I didn't look at him, I just went, I can't sit down yet.
2020.
And I was just like, I've got my whole family, my whole van, all our suitcases,
my whole life,
the fucking ironing board's in the back. How the hell do I get us all to France?
Oh,
why are we an island? Why aren't we attached to the rest of Europe? This is what I was doing in my head. If only we were attached to the rest of Europe. And I was like totally irrational and I couldn't sit down.
Why don't they just build a bridge?
And it was completely my fault. And I was like, I got in the van. So we drove to this petrol station.
Sounds like Mark was very chill.
Oh, he's amazing.
Thank God.
Oh my gosh, yeah. We could have been getting divorced, but we didn't. So we drove to this petrol station. He took Tristan to the toilet and he came back and he said, Tristan's just said to me, are we still going on holiday? Oh! And And then he said to me, he looked at me and he went, Mummy, could we fly?
Oh,
I said, we could, darling, but we've got the whole van and all our stuff. And I was just like,
what did you do?
The girls were so cute. It was all right, Mummy. Even if we miss a day of our holiday, we could still go tomorrow. Because the border control man was saying, oh, just stay here tonight. There's loads of B&Bs. Get one in the morning. But I had no one to ask if that would be okay. If they said no to us, that would have been another day missed because it was an 8-hour ferry. So we were going to be arriving on the day of the holiday the next day. So what did you do? If we'd waited all night until the next day and they said no, that would have been a whole nother day wasted. And it's school holidays,
you don't know if the ferries are full.
Exactly. They could have just said no, couldn't they? Or they could have wanted loads more money out of us. So we got to this petrol station. So we weren't worried about staying in that car park. We got some water and I just started looking online at the next port along. Wasn't able to book online, had to do it at the office. Couldn't risk that. We can't risk the drive if we can't get something. So I managed to find a ferry at 10 to 7 the next morning from Dover.
Okay.
So picture Plymouth and picture where Dover is.
You're really tour of the UK at this
right?
point.
But we'd been up since 4 a.m.
Jesus.
Left our house at 4 a.m.
He Mark done all the driving?
He did all the driving. I'm insured, but I've never driven the van. He prefers it and whatever. And he just said, just talk to me and keep me awake. So I was rocking.
So you drove through the night to Dover?
So we've driven down from Leeds from 20 past 4 in the morning. We spent the whole day in Plymouth and then about 10 to 9 at night,
the fact you had a sightseeing
we set off from Plymouth all night. To Dover. We got to Dover.
How long did it take to drive to Dover from Plymouth?
Oh, I can't remember. It was about...
There's shit going across country. Like going east to west or west to east is just...
At least it was nights. There was no other traffic.
Yeah, true.
There was this random thing on the motorway where somebody said, the police were getting everyone off the motorway. That happens. No problem. We'll go back on.
It's all right.
And then for about 20 minutes, 10 cars were doing this circle around this random village somewhere. I couldn't tell you where I was, because someone had messed up the diversion. So we just decided to chance our arm. Mark went back to where we were and we were able to get on. Don't know what that was about. Got back on the motorway. Right. It got to about 2 a.m. and we were like...
Oh, my God.
I was counting back I said, if we're 2 hours early for the ferry, we're counting back. We've still got like 3 hours to play with.
Yeah, let's have a little nap.
Park up.
Yeah, nap.
At services, which was really spooky at that time of night.
My sister had to do that.
Horrible.
I'll tell you that story another time. She was on her own in the car, though.
Oh, no. Yeah. I wouldn't like that. I didn't like having the kids with me. I felt like I couldn't protect them.
From Kent to Doncaster.
Oh, no. I don't protect ourselves, but when I've got the kids with me, I felt awful. So I was like, I'm going to set the alarm for 3 a.m, 5 past and quarter past, because I was so terrified of sleeping through it. I didn't sleep that well. Poor Daisy, she had stayed up the night before because she was like, oh, this is cool, we're going to be able to sleep on the ferry anyway, I'm a teenager, I can do this.
She'd been up for like 24 hours?
So she'd stayed up, she'd pulled an all-nighter, so all night, all day.
So say this was like
and then
Thursday,
all night.
You were meant to be going.
Yeah, it was actually.
So she'd been, her last sleep had been Tuesday night,
yeah.
And it's now like Friday morning.
So she then let Minnie and Tristan lie on her in the van, stayed sitting upright in silence so that we could just lie down in the front and try and sleep. You know, like half like this, really uncomfortable. There was a car that pulled up next to us at some point, shouting about being stoned on the motorway. And then I woke up to a toddler screaming. Daisy told us afterwards that at one point when we were asleep, she'd seen a car pull up, someone get out the boot, and then walk into services as if it was normal.
Oh my God. Poor Daisy.
I know! 3 a.m. we set back up.
13?
So she would have still been 12. Oh my God. No, this is 13. So we...
No, that's fine then.
Yeah,
as long as it was 13, not 12,
you can watch dodgy dealings.
Right, so what's 13. The outcome?
The outcome was that we managed to get to the ferry on time at Dover. I've never been so pleased to see Dover. I was like,
there's white cliffs. There'll be bluebirds.
I wasn't quite in the mood for singing because Mark had done all the driving. Guess who had to go to the magician show with the kids?
Oh my God, on the ferry.
So I've pulled an all-nighter now, like this, trying to keep Mark awake. We can do this. We can do this. What should we talk about? Come on.
Him.
Come on. Yeah. I kept going like this. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Got on the ferry, and I was like, sometimes lorry drivers are on normal ferries, and they just lie on the benches and go to sleep. So I was like, do that. I'm taking one for the team. It's my fault. So I went to watch this magic show like this.
Did you have a cabin on this one? You had a cabin?
No, because it's only a 2-hour ferry. What would you need to bed for?
Oh, you just did Dover to Calais. Oh, fuck.
But this family thought that he was taking the mickey, so she let her kids jump on his legs and gave us dirty looks. I'm like, I felt inside I was going, I haven't
Do you know what, as well?
So we got to a holiday and it was all fine.
You know, like when you had to drive, 6 hours through France.
Yeah. Oh, 6?
How many?
8. 8 hours all the way through France. Right, so we pulled over, and they're quite nice, the services in France.
Yes, I love French
much
service
nicer
station.
Food.
This is a story for another time.
Tables. Oh my gosh,
absolutely love a French service.
We need to do a whole French holiday thing because it's so lovely.
Yeah.
Even the ones that's just a lay-by. You're right off the road. It's another road off the road.
Picnic benches.
Gorgeous picnic benches.
It's always sunny.
Toilets with those automatic doors that are really scary. And place stuff, slide, climbing frame.
Have you ever stopped at one where it's just a hole? It's still the old squatty toilet.
Oh, I haven't done a squat one.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God. I have squatted obviously in bushes.
Yeah, no, maybe they've changed them on that. Well, yeah, when we were kids, we used to go. My mum would be like, "Oh, sorry, girl, it's a squatty. It's a squatteroo, this one." And we'd be like, "Oh God!" And then I'd be like, "Oh,
because those girls need to get really low, otherwise they're splashing everywhere."
I used to take my full bottom half off.
Yeah, I've done that with the kids when they're little.
Yeah, because I don't want to risk weeing on my whole outfit.
Yeah. So we did 8
annoyed.
hours.
Oh, wish I was a boy. Wish I was a boy.
I know, could
boys have it so much easier. Like knowing from the age of 12 that boys have an easier life is just shit, isn't it?
Oh, that's a whole other podcast. So instead of 3.5 to 4 hours from the ferry port to our holiday, getting there for lunch and getting in the pool, we spent €100 on tolls and took 8.5 hours to get there. Stopped at this gorgeous.
How much was a new ferry? Can you talk about it?
Oh yeah, there was the additional £211 for the other ferry. I forgot about that.
It's not bad.
That's all right. I'm not telling you how much the other one costs. That's why
because you've still got your other one. You still got
that's why I've booked a holiday for this year with those exact dates. The campsite have moved the dates of arrivals for us because we have to arrive on a certain day because of this bloody ferry. So knowing that I'm driving to Plymouth this August is giving me a little bit of a
you have PTSD on the way down.
I am going to ring them at some point or send an email and say, just confirming this is definitely right, and I've definitely booked it.
You're not going to sleep the night before.
No, I've never, ever
I guess
felt
you're not
so
going to do a day
tired.
trip in Plymouth. You'll just go straight for the ferry. Have you thought that far yet?
I can't.
No,
I don't want to.
Right. I think main take homes from this podcast are
read your information really carefully.
Now, guys, this year is 2025. If you want to book a holiday, make sure it says 2025. If you do want to book for next year, check that it says 2026 on the booking confirmation. Oh God, Francesca. Do you know what story I really wanted to hear? The one that you hadn't been able to tell anyone. The one that you weren't ready to talk about.
That's what I couldn't talk about.
Oh, it was that? That was the story?
Oh, you're disappointed.
I'm not disappointed.
You can't be disappointed with that.
I'm not disappointed with that.
It was awful.
It's just...
There was the extra ferry money, there was the all-nighters, there was the...
I don't know what I was about to... No, it's not disappointing. I just, I thought it involved nudity, to be honest.
Why would you
that was
think
a great story. That was a great story.
If anyone that I went to school with is...
I can't believe you didn't tell your best friend. I'd have been voice noting all day long.
Oh my God. Well, at first...
Or you just embarrassed. You were just like, I can't believe I've done this.
Yeah, there was that. There was the complete sheer, you dickhead type thing.
And to be fair, a true best friend would have just replied saying, you dickhead. I'd have got no sympathy from my friends for that. They'd have been like, you're an absolute moron.
I waited till after holiday and we all went out for breakfast and I told the story.
I just don't know why I assumed that you were naked at some point in the story.
Oh, that kind of happens so often it's not really a thing anymore.
Yeah, fair. Yeah.
There's enough nakedness on holiday. I mean, even when Minnie was a baby and I've breastfed on a beach, no one's really noticed because you're in a bikini anyway. There's already flesh out.
They're always topless in France.
Oh my gosh, yeah, any age.
You want to get your temps out, go to France. You don't want tan lines, get yourself to France. Just call it the Naked Nation. And on that bombshell,
got nothing.
She's got nothing left. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.